My right hip. I have a lot of pain in my right hip. There is arthritis in it and tendonitis below it. I didn't always have pain. I could hip check some basketball and hip fakes and touch football better than most. Now there is that pain. I can't sleep on it. If I roll over in the night, I wake up with a scream. All this may sound boring, and it does to me, but last night I heard a woman read a long poem about her black pussy. It bored me. I don't have one of those, but other people raved about it. So I figured everyone has a right hip. Maybe folks might want to know about mine. Uh, I, I'm going to go into a couple of uh, uh, poems about what went on. Some I have read before, uh, and I hope that David won't count one thing at the time. Today I got something that showed a Catholic priest reading at the pulpit at the beginning of Mass about what went on in Washington and the frustration of the people because we live in a socialist state, and went on and on about socialism. I was able to find out that he is at a parish in Minnesota, and if anyone's interested in sending things to the other and looking at it, or or sending things to the bishop of of his diocese, I would appreciate it if you were as appalled as I am. Uh, I just put my email in the chat. I've read this before. 2020 is over. 2020 ends today, December 31st, 2020. But the year of the plague goes on until January 30th, 20, January 20th, 2021. There'll be chaos up through January 6th when we finally count Donald J. Trump out. And he may continue that chaos beyond that, even to war. But on January 20th, we will finally be rid of a man never qualified to be president, who never understood the office of president, who never worked at being president, who saw the presidency as a money making opportunity, who embarrassed the United States around the world, who damaged our traditional alliances, who empowered our traditional adversaries, who weakened our environmental regulations, who forced racial unrest, who has wrecked the Republican Party. If you get the impression that I was never a fan, then you obviously know are more astute than those who voted for him in 2016. Frozen. I had planned to spend a lot of today writing the poem, but I was frozen. Frozen by the insurrection at the Capitol, the threats to hang the vice president, to shoot the Speaker of the House, the mayhem and destruction, the destruction of democratic functions, but more than anything, frozen by the instigator in chief who told his cult, now go to the Capitol, I'll be with you, without telling them that he'd be with them watching on his White House television. Now there are people dead, destruction all over our country's house, mass arrests, and still he sits and plots and disgraces his office. And the last one, I'm throwing something in that I wrote in 26, just as a change. Fucking weather. The young wonder, when will I have my first fuck? The mature wonder, when will I have my next fuck? The older wonder, was my last fuck my last fuck? Thank you for your attention.